Come with me on a property tour in Waxahachie. This is downtown. This is a home that was built in 1880. It's on 200 South Hawkins. It is an amazing home. The current family has lived here over 50 years. As you can see, you walk up on this really great walkway with these brick walkway that is original to the house. We've got five entrances on this home, and we'll go ahead and go in through the main entrance. But as you can see, there's so many really gorgeous historical details, including this stained glass window at the top. You've got a curve and then a curve the other direction. Really cool. These are the original windows. As you can see, this is the Eddy P Hawkins home. That was the original. We're on Hawkins Street. And that was the original owner of the house. It's been on the Gingerbread Trail here in Waxahachie, which is the first weekend of June. It looks like 3 times. It is on the Waxahachie Historical Preservation, and it is a historical, it's got historical designations. Very cool. It has tons of original details, including the front porch is original, a lot of the railings, all of the windows. This front door is original to the home, including the hardware. So really cool. This is a great big front porch that can be totally restored, and just, it's shady up here at the front of the house. Really great. So this home does need a rehab. Like I said, the original owners had lived here about 50 years. We are coming into the entry, the main entry of the home, and it does have the original wood floors, original molding throughout the entryway. And if you look up, we do have the original lighting on this home. Pretty fabulous, very unusual. So the first room over here to the right, you will see there's one of 10 fireplaces. And in addition to that, we have pocket doors pretty much throughout the whole downstairs area. Very cool. This room was used for their Christmas room. It's kind of like a parlor, formal living, whatever you want to call it. It does have the original lighting, so just one little light. And this is where we see the other side of that stained glass window. This is one of 10 fireplaces that is in this home. Really cool, really beautiful, tons of great detail. You've got little ribboned, etched wood details. None of these in original tile work. This is a coal fireplace, just like a lot of homes built during this time frame. These fireplaces don't work. They're decorative and instead of, like a brick fire or a regular fireplace. And as you can see, you've got all the original windows, the original molding, just really cool details. This also includes the original wood flooring. Here's the other side of the front door. Pretty cool. It's got the original, all the original hardware, original key that's sitting in this door. Super cool. And so as we go into this room, you can see all of this original molding is just fabulous. Another pocket door. There is probably the same carpet the same wood, the entry wood under this room, but today it has carpet. It's been here probably for 20 plus years. Again, in this room, you've got the fabulous fireplace. This one is just as cool as the previous one, and every room builds upon the next room. They are all really gorgeous. I'm not even sure what these are called, but they have the original pieces all to these fireplaces. This one has a beveled glass, mirror, just beautiful detailed work. I mean, these are things you can buy separately at different estate sales, but they're all still in this home. There's actually 10 of them. The previous owners who just recently moved out of this home, the Felty family, they were very artistic. They had, this room has a ton of shelving, and as you can see, we had an estate sale here recently and people were trying to buy these. They're just really cool little architectural pieces. This one also has the pocket doors for this room. This room was filled with trinkets from all over the world that have been recently sold for, and also, divided amongst family members. But this room could be anything. It could be a study. There's lots of details in here that could be really fabulous for the new owner. This fireplace is one of my favorites. I love the two-tone pink tiles, just simply gorgeous. This is also original and just amazingly beautiful. This is also beveled glass. It's got some just detail that's just can't be duplicated anywhere. Gorgeous. This room has this little closet here added on at some point just for extra storage. So as we go through, let's go back through and get to the entryway. This banister is also original to the home, which is really nice, and beautiful detail all throughout. And we'll go check out the upstairs in a moment. The original wood floors continues on, and then you come into the formal dining room. I could not find the light in this room, unfortunately, so it's going to be a little darker. I'll keep looking for it. It wasn't working. Yeah, it's just not coming on. Don't know why. But hopefully you can see this fireplace, because this is my second favorite, if not favorite fireplace. It's beautiful, and it's probably the fourth one we've seen so far. Also has this built-in china cabinet, which is really fabulous. I'm not going to lift this, but this is glass. So storage behind the glass, and then some built-ins. The cool thing about this house used to be an apartment. So a lot of the rooms upstairs you're going to see when we get up there were made into like single apartments. Like people rented this home out at some point throughout its history. This home was built in 1880. And as this is a swinging door, and this will go right into the kitchen. A lot of little storage here. This was just something that the sellers added. At one point, it probably was not original, but they were collectors, so they had some collector things here. The kitchen is here. At some point, this kitchen had been updated. These are like Corian countertops. I don't see that these were original cabinets, but lots of possibilities in this house. I think someone who's going to redo this property, this would be the major piece that they're going to redo. The stove is actually outside of this kitchen, which is unusual, but the previous owner was a caterer and he did a lot of cooking, so he had this really nice Viking professional stove, and that is staying here. This could be revamped, moved around. There's lots of possibilities for it. And this is the laundry room. It's got some cool old hardware. Today, there is only 2 full bathrooms in the home. And this area, just kind of a hallway from the exterior. Kind of don't really know what this room was for. This is how you would get up into the attic. So we'll talk about that in a bit. This door is how you would get into that formal dining room. And so you come straight from the entry this direction. But the one of the 2, this is the downstairs bathroom, is here. And at some point, this has been updated. It does have a full bathtub, shower combo, and some amazing stained glass windows in here. And if I'm not mistaken, these stained glass windows are from an old historical home in town that were repurposed here at some point. Just really gorgeous. Let's go check out upstairs. So upstairs is where you can really see where there was some apartment situations set up here at one point. But the family that has owned this home for the last 50 years made it their home. Their children were raised here. And this is all the bedrooms in this home are upstairs. So here is one of the four. This room does have carpet. This does have access to the exterior balcony. And of course, it does have a fireplace. There is no central air in this house, as you can see. So we do have window units. This balcony has not been updated. This is the original flooring in the balcony. It has a ton of history up here. Probably lots of the two boys that lived here probably spent a lot of time up here. It goes all the way around the home. With two ways to get out to this balcony. Really cool. I love the exterior, this wood exterior, very cool, very original, and actually it looks like it's in really great shape. But, you know, who knows? If someone does come in and do a major rehab on this, they'll just have to work with the historical district to see what they need, what they can change on the exterior to keep those historical designations. All right. Oh my gosh. I think this molding just fell off as I shut this door. Sorry, Patrick. Literally broke the door. Okay. This just proves we need a little rehab to the property. This is the original door, and the molding is not going to stay up. So we're just going to leave it right here. It's all good, no problem. Here is the second bedroom that we are seeing up here on the second story. Another fireplace. Not as impressive necessarily as some of the others, but it is original to the home. So remember, this used to be an apartment. This at one time was a bathroom and it doesn't look like it now, but if you kind of can see, maybe you can't see, but it had some remnants of a closet and further on a bathroom, but it is extremely hot in here and not really ready any further for videos. We'll leave it at that. What you get in the 1880s. All right. So there's only one bathroom up here. It is right here. At some point, there's been some remodeling done on this. Look at all of this beautiful stained glass windows. Those are incredibly gorgeous. So this is the main bathroom in the home. And the second bathroom. And so it's just a shower, and a really adorable little wash area, and then original windows, really pretty. Need some work, and so one thing that's kind of cool when you do have, you know, all of these ways to get into the home, this is an extra staircase to get up to this second floor. So maybe someone who just lived on this side of the home had access to this stairway. Come check it out. And that stained glass window by it is really cool. So follow that staircase. So all the fabulous molding and everything is just original to the house. All this wainscoting is here and original. So that is another entrance to get up to the second story. You've got all of this area with wainscoting, another little closet. This actually takes you up into the attic. We're going to go ahead and show you that now. There's tons of all of this original wood in this attic. Really cool, but it is definitely attic space, but has a ton of potential to make this into another space someday. You've got lots of room up here. And, you know, there can be some bugs up here. So we're going to kind of leave it at this. Maybe some mouse, who knows? Probably not. But tons of space, really cool windows, lots of opportunities for expansion up here. Okay, so let's go check out the original master to this home, which is here to the right. I'm going to shut this door. So this heat from the attic does not get... Okay, so as you can see, original lighting, beautiful little mini chandelier. Fireplace, gorgeous. There is the original wood here. They did have some carpet, so it needs some work. As we mentioned, this home used to be a carriage house or apartment complex. Not a complex, I don't know why I said that, but apartments. And in this room, the owners used this as their sitting room. It has a gorgeous fireplace. You've only heard me say that now 10 times. And this is one of the last fireplace in the home, I believe. Nope, there's actually one more in the 4th bedroom. Anyway, but this has this little built-in here. And I don't know if this is original to the home, but it has a little sink area. So this was used probably as an apartment back in the day. And then it has this long closet that the sellers have added. And it also previously had access to the stairs. So when someone rented this room, they would come from downstairs. This is blocked off now, but it has access to the stairway in that hallway outside of the kitchen. So really cool. Lots of history. Tons of things, interesting stories built in the walls of this home. The last room that we'll look at up here is the 4th bedroom. It's right across the hall. And this is the second door to that 2nd-story balcony that we perused a while ago. And this is one of my favorite fireplaces. It's got this long mirror with this beautiful wood etching, beveled glass, really cute little dainty blue tile fireplace. All the fireplaces in the home are original tile, just simply gorgeous. So this is the last of the 10 fireplaces that you'll see today here in the 200 South Hawkins. This door right here, the owners have told us that this used to be his bedroom. And Patrick told me that this used to be when someone rented this room, they would gain access to this room simply from this. This is blocked off, but from the stairs. So at some point it's been reconfigured, but this was a doorway into this room that you were renting. And then here is the closet that you had for this room. And it's original wood, wainscoting, just shiplap rather, and it's just really tiny, but that's what they had back then, tiny closets. Interesting. Now we'll go downstairs and we'll go check out the backyard. This property has a little surprise in the backyard. Here we go out to the backyard. This at some point looks like the exterior of the home. It's got this beautiful stained glass. And then you've got the original door to the home. Tons of beautiful stained glass, a lot of architectural details. If I'm not mistaken, this was taken from another historical home, both the windows and this piece here, this architectural detail on the back patio from another house in town. So you've got a wraparound porch here on the exterior. And if you look out here, you're going to see tons of this beautiful brick in a moment when we get to that. And all of this brick was intricately laid by the owner of this home. All the brick was found in different areas, different homes around Waxahachie and just in the county in general. When we had an estate sale, people were trying to take this brick. So this brick stays with the home. Okay, so out here, at one point in its life of this home, there was a swimming pool right here. It's been removed, so no swimming pool, but you've got all of these beautiful brick. And then if you look straight ahead, you've got this great little cabana area, probably be redone at some point, but huge backyard, tons of shade, lots of fun and cool details. Like I said, the previous owner was a very eclectic. They had a very artistic flair. So there's a lot of things that were taken from different properties around Ellis County, including this stone fireplace over here that we'll look at in a moment. This was actually from an old Waxahachie house that used to be on the land where there was an old Kroger here in Waxahachie. This was a house, that fireplace was there. All right, so as you can see, there is a second home on this property. We'll do a quick little tour of it, but this is a second home that actually, this property could be subdivided by the new owner. The current seller is not interested in doing that, but there is another property on this home, another home on this property. We've got this red brick. Look at it, it's everywhere, y'all. This red brick is gorgeous. So you've got a little outdoor greenhouse area here. And then inside here is literally another house with another kitchen, a living area, bedroom, and it's got a carport. There's tons of remodeling needed, but look at all of the details. You've got all of these, a little sitting area here with wine bottles and just very eclectic, cool things that the owners did. And then let's go check out this house real quick. Did you see the greenhouse? We did. And then in here, we have an old kitchen area. The previous owner was a chef and a caterer, so he used this as his catering area. And then in here, there's no electricity, but this place does have its own electric meter, its own water meter. It could be subdivided into a second property. Very raw, very in need of a remodel, but tons of opportunities for investment to redo it. And then as you can see here, there is even a carport. Let's just glance out this window. You can see there's a carport that is adjacent to this second home on the property. Very cool. It's super hot in here, so let's go. Well, that is it. That is this property at 200 South Hawkins here in Waxahachie. We've got so many things to look at. You've got this old arbor that's really cool. At one point, they had beautiful tiles here on the ground. Our phones are getting overheated in this 100-degree Texas heat. So here we are, the last phase of our little video here. And look at these beautiful stepping stones. This is a little area that the seller built, and I think this is kind of shows their artistry. Gorgeous tiles. At one point, this was probably like one of those little koi ponds. It has some water. It probably had water in it with some fish or whatever, but I mean, totally could be restored and just completely beautiful. This home has so much potential. They have so much. You can just close your eyes and just imagine the kind of parties that they had out here. The family was very well known here in Waxahachie, the Felty family. They even have an elementary school built after the Felties. And so they've lived here 50 years. Can you imagine the stories and the people that have been in this home that are no longer with us? Just so cool. Just so many neat features of this home. And I mean, look at the bricks. I mean, they're everywhere. The seller actually put all of these bricks down himself. And so just really cool. And there was a big animal that just moved. Okay, I don't know. Okay, we're getting crazy now, but that's okay. You saw this from another view, but this was his little workshop. Very cool. And then just so much that you can, I mean, look, there's even like a little piece of stained glass. And I've got to show you this. I forgot about this. There is a stained glass window inside the workshop. Okay, I just got mine in a spider web. Okay, we're having fun now. But look inside this little old workshop that's probably been sitting here a long time. This beautiful stained glass window. Just amazing, gorgeous. That could be repurposed and moved. Another one here. Just pretty fabulous. Watch the spider web. And then last but not least, I mentioned the fireplace that was over at a house in Waxahachie, right on Ferris Avenue in Waxahachie at one point. This fireplace was in that home at some point. I think it was probably on the exterior of it. I'm not exactly sure, but he does know that this came from that property. Very cool piece of Waxahachie history. That Kroger hasn't been in that location in probably, gosh, I moved here in 7th grade, so it hasn't been there for so many years. And then this, just tons of like sitting areas, just old, stone and brick, just really cool. So, all right, that is the tour for 200 South Hawkins. Thank you for watching it, and just hope you enjoyed it.